Alright, hello YouTube, and welcome to my Little Mac tutorial video. We will be covering some of the key aspects of the character and showing off his potential in certain situations. Hopefully y'all will learn a thing or two from this video. Please enjoy. Little Mac doesn't have too many combos, but he has a couple at 0 and a couple at higher percents. Down tilt is a great combo starter, as it props the opponent at a perfect stance for a follow-up. A couple down tilt combos include down tilt 2 times followed by a down angled forward smash, down tilt to up smash, and down tilt to up beat. Careful though, as your opponent can jump out of most down tilt combos with good timing. Up tilt is great for racking damage at 0, as it comes out fast and covers a wide range behind Mac. Be sure to keep this in mind, as it does connect much better when the opponent is behind him as opposed to in front of him. If you were to take anything from this section of the video, is that down tilt and up tilt are really good. The neutral game can definitely be tricky for Little Mac, especially if your opponent has projectiles. For starters, running up and dash attacking is not an option I would recommend, as it's predictable and can be easily countered with a shield grab. A good substitute I like to use is actually running past the opponent and then hitting them with either a pivot forward tilt or a pivot forward smash. Or if you know your opponent likes to shield a lot, then just grab them. Careful with this option though, as Mac's grab range is pretty damn poor and will leave you wide open if you miss. There are a couple options Mac has if he is fighting an opponent with projectiles, one of them being power shielding while moving forward, although this could be difficult for beginners. Side B is another option for countering projectiles, especially smaller ones like arrows, because it puts Mac right over it and even has invincibility frames at the start of the move when it is used on the ground. It will not have the invincibility frames if it is used in the air. Also, please be cautious where you use side B, because we all know what happens if you use it too close to the edge. If your opponent happens to hit your shield, some good out of shield options are up tilt if they're behind you, forward tilt, down tilt, or even a shield grab if they're close enough. Forward tilt is my personal favorite though, as it comes out fast, about frame 4 or 5, covers a good range in front of him, and can kill close to about 130% near the ledge. Careful, you can still be grab punished using forward tilt if your opponent catches on. Knowing when to use which angle of forward smash can mean the difference between an early kill and not quite enough for a kill. When your opponent is at lower percents, a down-angled forward smash is the most ideal option, as it does roughly 23% uncharged and a whopping 35% fully charged with freshness. Without freshness, it's roughly 29%. When your opponent is nearing kill percent, about 85 or so depending on who you're fighting, where you are on the stage will determine which angle is better to use. If you're closer to the ledge, just use a normal forward smash. If you're closer to the middle of the stage, or if the stage is a low ceiling, an up-angled forward smash should do the trick. Down smash is an amazing tool for Little Mac, and arguably his best option for edge guarding. The hitbox for it is huge, covers a wide range on both sides, and reaches low enough under the stage to hit people before they can grab the ledge. Successfully edge guarding with this move will require accurate timing, so be sure to practice it if you can't seem to nail it. The box for down smash also hits slightly above Mac's fist, so it can hit opponents as they land, with good timing of course. It's also great for covering your opponent's rolls. Up smash is a strong punish option for Little Mac, as it comes out fast, frame 10, and has devastating knockback when sweet spotted. This is probably your most ideal option when tech chasing your opponent or reading rolls. The KO punch is obviously Mac's best kill move, but he can lose it fairly easily, and if you miss, it'll leave you open for days. A good way to guarantee a landing at lower percents is to down tilt, then immediately follow up with the KO punch. Another option is to use only the first 2 hits of jab, then immediately follow up with the KO punch. This works pretty well at percents higher than the down tilt method would work, but your opponent can escape the KO punch if they're paying attention. Another fun thing you can do with the KO punch is actually not use it at all. By doing this, you instill fear in the enemy, and hopefully pressure them into poor or predictable options. A great skill to learn with Little Mac is breaking shields. You can actually do this fairly easily. All it takes is 2 down tilts and an uncharged down-angled forward smash. You can also break it with just 1 fully charged down-angled forward smash, but you're much less likely to pull this off in a real competitive match. Remember the importance of the down tilts though, as just one uncharged down-angled forward smash won't be enough on an opponent with a fresh shield. Armor is an important tool for Little Mac and can seriously impact the outcome for a match. The first hit of down smash has armor from frames 7 to 10, and the second hit has armor from frames 15 to 17. Forward smash, both up-angled and normal, have armor from frames 8 to 15, while the down-angled forward smash has armor from frames 9 to 15. Lastly, up smash has armor from frames 8 to 11. Learning the timing of armor and using it against your opponent separates the good Macs from the great Macs. It's no secret that Little Mac's recovery is the worst in the game, but it can still be good enough if you know what to do off stage. If you are hit or thrown off stage at high percent, it's imperative that you DI up. Otherwise, you may not be able to cover enough distance to make it back on stage. When off stage, always hold your mid-air jump until it's absolutely necessary to recover. Using your jump prematurely can lead to an early death if you're hit off stage. When recovering with side B, aim for a little bit below the ledge. If done correctly, you should be able to quickly sweet spot it, making for a safer recovery. If you aim too high, your opponent can punish you. Too low, and you die. When recovering with up B, make sure to space yourself appropriately in order to get the sweet spot to the ledge. Use up B too early and you don't sweet spot, leading to an easy punish. Too late and you die. If you know your opponent will try and hit you off stage, try avoiding it by air dodging or even a counter. Careful though, as you're dead as a doorknob if your opponent reads either of those options. Lastly, remember that Mac has a wall jump. Despite him being a poor air fighter, his wall jump gives him pretty good height. Just remember to lean back towards the ledge after you wall jump. Alright guys, now that'll be the end of this Little Mac tutorial video. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you liked it or learned anything, then please drop a like. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.